Morning, guys. Morning. Happy Saturday morning. Bonus Lauren video this week. Woohoo! So, I have an incredible drink this morning. I went to Starbucks. This is the, excuse me, I'm finally getting over this little cough I had. It was not COVID. I did test negative. It's just something that was going on. I never got a fever or anything, but not sure. It was just like a cold. But this is the pistachio latte, and I got it iced, and I added cold foam to it. Phenomenal. So good. Just what every Saturday morning needs, Starbucks. Okay, so what are we here to talk about today? I read book 2 and 3 by Sarah J. Maas in the A Court of Thorn and Roses series, which is A Court of Mist and Fury and A Court of Wings and Ruin. So much better than book 1. Okay, so I told you guys I loved book 1. I did love book 1. But first of all, there was something about Tamlin that I told you guys was not sitting right with me. I did not care for the character of Tamlin. And I thought, because I specifically avoided spoilers in this book series, I thought they were really going to push this Tamlin and Farah thing. And I was like, I'm not feeling it. Feels a little Stockholm syndrome-y. When they were at the party with Amarantha and they ran into each other in like the corridor and he was like grabbing her and making out with her and dry humping her. I was literally in my mind thinking, shouldn't you take this time to like give her some advice or try to help her in some way get away or anything? But no, he just was like, and made out with her. Like, help the chick. Help her. Okay? Anywho, book 2 and 3, so much better. And if you've read the series, it's because our boy Rhysand, or however you say his name, I just call him Rhys usually, steps up and steals Farah away from that crazy Tamlin's court when he like locks her up in his freaking castle and doesn't let her out. And she goes to the night court. And I'm sorry, but the night court is my vibe. That is my aesthetic. I want night court bath bombs. I want a night court bedroom. I want night court scented candles. The whole 9 yards. Cause boy, the way they describe the night court and Valeris is just top tier. Thoroughly enjoyed that. So a lot of book 2, I'm going to put spoilers in the top here in the comments because we're talking spoilers today on this one. So a lot of book 2 is prepping for the war with Hybern. There's rumors of it, and Farah kind of figuring out her situation with Tamlin and Rhysand. She's staying a lot of it with Rhysand in the night court because she doesn't trust Tamlin after he locks her up in his castle and kind of keeps her hostage. But just really good character building and great book for Rhysand fans. Like, there's so much character development with Rhysand. Top tier. And then at the end, though, of the second book, they try to take the cauldron from the King of Hybern, and all hell breaks loose. First of all, right before they try to take the cauldron, Rhys and Farah find out that they're mates, and the mating bond clicks in, and now they're like fully in love, like mated, a mated pair. So Farah goes in to try to get the cauldron from the King of Hybern. And the King of Hybern has kidnapped her sisters, Nesta and Elaine, and throws them into the cauldron and turns them fairy. Huge, huge, huge deal. Did not see that one coming. So, kind of ends with Rhys getting Farah's sisters back to the Night Court and getting away. And Farah goes back to the Spring Court with Tamlin because that's the only way that she can kind of get away. So, book 3, which is the Court of Wings and Ruin, opens with, and I may have those flipped. I think it's A Court of Mist and Fury is 2, and A Court of Wings and Ruin is 3. But I may have those flipped. I'll have them in the description of the video correctly ordered. But so in the beginning of book 3, Farah is in the Spring Court with Tamlin. And she is basically sabotaging Tamlin's court. She's planting seeds of him not being a kind, fairy, of him being a bad High Lord. She's planting lots and lots of seeds. And Lucien, who we know from book 1, is Tamlin's best friend. And he is Autumn Court, but he is Tamlin's best friend. And so he lives at Spring Court. That's I could do a whole video on the jacked upness of the Autumn Court and Lucien's family. But we got Lucien, and he kind of sees what she's doing. Tamlin has not yet let himself admit that Farah has powers. A lot of powers. So because of that, she's able to kind of sabotage his court a little bit. And in doing that, she's able to run off to the Night Court. She kills the 2 Hybern niece and nephew, the prince and princess, that are there visiting the Spring Court, because Tamlin has made connections with the Spring Court in order to get, not the Spring Court, Tamlin has made connections with Hybern in order to get her back. Well, she ends up getting away, and she gets back to the night. Okay, so, as I was saying, sorry, I put the dog outside. As I was saying, Farah spends the beginning of the 3rd book corrupting the Spring Court and turning it against Tamlin. And then she ends up going back to the Night Court, of course, where she's reunited with Rhys, and they check in on her sisters. So, I'm really struggling to like Nesta's character. She is supposed to be a very opinionated, strong-willed, kind of a B-word character. I understand that. But she's just rude to people who are trying to help her, and that bothers me. So, I am where I am with Nesta's character. I think somebody told me by the 4th or 5th book I will start to like her, because she is obviously going to get with Cassian. They're heavily setting up Nesta and Cassian. The one that I don't know is Elaine, because she could end up with the other Illyrian guy. Starts with an A. Oh my gosh, I love him. Cassian and Azarus. It's something like that. Or she can end up with Lucien, who believes her to be his mate. So, I really don't know who's going to end up mated to Elaine, because it could be either one of those two. Az or Lucien. But yeah, so good. Thoroughly enjoyed it. A lot of book 3 is taken up by the war with Hybern. There's one scene that sent me though. The scene at the war room. Okay, if you've read this book, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The scene in the war room where Tamlin comes in. Farrah has been made a high lady. There are no high ladies. There are wives, there are concubines, there are girlfriends. Nobody's got an equal high lady. Well, Rhys makes her high lady. And Tamlin comes in and just starts running his mouth with the stankest attitude. And then he has the audacity to say, in front of a war, like all of the other High Lords, to Rhys, how do you like that sound she makes right before she, orgasms? The audacity, the rudeness, the embarrassment. I cannot believe, Tamlin no longer can ever redeem himself, in my opinion, after that. Like, just embarrassing Farrah like that in front of all of these other High Lords who are already skeptical of her because there's no other High Ladies. So, that scene, I was so angry. Oh. I told my husband all about it because I was that angry about it. But thoroughly enjoyed book 2 and 3. Obviously, I wish this eye would quit watering, y'all. I just feel like I spent half this video wiping my eyes. How is the weather where you guys are? We thankfully have not gotten any snow yet. I'm in Georgia. But I am in like way east Georgia. Way on the South Carolina border of Georgia. And we have not gotten any snow yet, but it has been cold. It's been in the 30s this week. 30s and 40s. So that's pretty normal for us this time of year. But I hope you guys have an absolutely amazing week. Bonus Saturday video because Lauren just could not hold it in anymore. You're also getting a video on the new Stephanie Plum book, which I finally read. Game On, number 28. Spoiler alert, I loved that one too, and I'll tell you why. And yeah, I'm not sure what you're getting on Wednesday, but something probably not book related, just because I want to switch it up a little bit, and I don't want to give you 3 book reviews in a row. But love you guys so much. Have a wonderful day, and happy Saturday.